I've met doctors, teachers, people that have degrees. So homelessness, it doesn't discriminate. You know, hard times fall on everybody. You know, so it's like a lot of different reasons. You know, a lot of different reasons why people become homeless.
So they're in line to wait for the
Wait for the signs there.
It's not as crowded as I expect.
It will be. And in wintertime, more so than the summertime, people tend to kind of hang out because it's nice and warm. You know? But
It'll be crowded in the winter.
yeah, and it'll be crowded tonight.
Oh.
Yeah, before night. When you come in the building, you'll see a day room, and the people in that room are homeless, right? I was one of those people. I was homeless. I used to sit in those day rooms. I've seen a lot of guys. All they needed was just to be stationary, you know, to have a base. And now a lot of people are working over at Walmart, Starbucks. There's, you know, government jobs. It's just, you know, they just help in so many ways. So there's not just one particular case. You know, it's many. You know.
So most of these are dorms, right?
Yeah. This dormitory for overnight guests.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. As you can see, it's clean.
Yeah.
You know.
So everyone who can just come in and say, "Can I stay one night here?"
Yeah. What we do is, but they have to have an ID and a Social Security card, so we can see how often they come, you know, and help.
Just keep track of everyone.
Exactly. Yeah.
What are the rules for the dorm?
Okay,
like,
well,
is there?
you can't eat in here. There's no bringing food up here, right? You cannot smoke. You cannot drink. You know, anywhere on the property.
Do you need to make the bed every time?
Yeah. You have to turn them in every day so they can be washed every day.
So that's why it's so organized right
Exactly.
here.
Yeah.
So where are these people? Are
Actually,
they at work?
At work.
Okay.
You know, that's why you see these dorms are empty, because people are at work.
Okay.
And that's what we want. You know, so we're
You were in a bad car accident. Don't you think we need a lawyer?
Lawyer? I don't need a lawyer.
Oh, really?
I don't need the directions.
I started using drugs at a very young age, alcohol. You know, and it just ruined my life. Just took my whole life over. You know, so I was out there ripping and running. You know, drugs and alcohol. Like for the first week, I wanted to go. I was trying to find every excuse to get out of here, but something held me here though.
I'm glad this building saved my life. I think if I would never made it through this building, I would have been dead. And they gave me a job here, and I got another job at Walmart. So I work in 2 jobs now, and that's a blessing for me.
What do you expect for your kid?
Did not grow up the way I grew up. I want them to have a perfect life, because I barely made it. So I just thank God for that. I barely made it.
Do you think the government is trying to solve this problem?
I think they try to put a Band-Aid on it. That's what I think. Just give you a little bit to keep you quiet, you know, but I don't think they know. Just gonna put a Band-Aid on it.
No, it's not going on the right track.
Oh, no. If it was, all those people wouldn't be homeless around here. Then again, everybody wants a new shelter. Put a new shelter in D.C., but nobody wants it in their backyard, you know?
Do you think this problem is specifically serious among the people of color?
I think that it is. I think the people of color are majority.
Why is that?
I don't know, education. When I came to this city, the majority of the people in there were of color. And now the city is, for whatever reason, a lot of money has been poured into the city, and the city is being built up. As you can see, you see construction everywhere, condos popping up. People of color can't afford that, so they have to leave, you know, and now the city is like booming with business. But my question is, why couldn't that have happened with people of color here? You know, so I don't know. It's it's like a question that, you know, you would have to dig deep, and I'm probably not qualified to, you know, answer.
Tuesdays and Thursdays, you come in this way.
Thank you so much, sir.
All right. The pantry, this is where the, you know, food is.
So these are all donations?
Yes, and they all come mostly separate. When they call down, the cooks call down and just tell me what they want. I can tell them just how much I have for them. So we do about 600 people a day.
600 people a day.
200, 3 times a day.
So what kind of food or donation do you need the most?
Yes, all. It don't last long. It doesn't last long. See this? It might be full today and 2 more days from today. It's gone.
We start breakfast at 4. We feed our first meal at 5, and the second.
So before you come to the mission, you were also like them, homeless, no place to stay?
Everyone comes for different reasons. With me, I had some law issues, some legal issues after going through and being attached with the mission, and they brought me on. It just, you know, changed me overall, you know, and I think it's really important that I keep up, you know, in touch with that so I don't go backwards. And cooking always was my passion, but I didn't have the credentials. So almost 3 years ago, I went to a culinary school, and I've been with the mission pretty much ever since, cooking here in the kitchen full time.
Did you call me, brother?
So how long have you been the volunteer here?
7 or 8 years, I'd say. I've found people here from every walk of life, not what you would always expect. I think people have a lot of misconceptions. Once there was a man coming through the line here who I recognized his face, and I ended up Googling his name, and I'd seen him in a bunch of movies. And you know, there are people that have been at the highest heights of their career, and without a safety net are all of a sudden homeless. It's not just like a population of people who didn't try hard or didn't, you know, do what the rest of us sometimes ascribe to our own efforts, but was actually grace.
I was about to say, I'm going to say it again, nobody acknowledged me. Miss Carey, of course. Thank you, sir. I know, right? I don't know how to act.
But being the center of the capital, the center of the power, and you see so much homeless people living in poverty, what does that make you feel?
You know, I guess when people get in certain positions, some people do forget, or some people don't realize that that's God saying, I'm giving you $1 million so you can bless 1 million people, you know. Everybody doesn't see that, you know, everybody doesn't. So, I mean, it's like a wake-up call right in the heart of D.C. to see that, you know, people sleeping on the street in one of the most powerful countries, one of the powerful cities in the world, and people are still sleeping on the street. So homeless, I don't know, God said there will always be homeless and there will always be hungry people, you know, because I guess that's our opportunity to get blessed. We get blessed by blessing other people. I've seen one guy who collected like about 10 different homeless people and said, come on, come sleep in my house for a couple of weeks, you know. I've seen people just open up their hearts, you know. There's this one volunteer, I can't call her name, but she'll come and she'll ask, what do you guys need? And we'll say, we need this, we need that, and she'll go get it, she'll bring it back. Brand new, she'll go shopping, like I'm shopping for the mission today, you know. So, you know, I guess, you know, I'm not surprised to see God's love because I live it, you know, in so many different ways. But to see it on other people's faces and hands, and you know, I mean, you get to mourn with people, you get to pray with them, you get to direct them, and at the same time, you get mourned for, you get prayed with, and you get directed. You know, so you know, these are God's hands. Yeah, these are God's hands, God's eyes, God's ears, and yeah, use me, Lord. You know.